Persona 5 Royal, a game where you're supposed to gain new abilities and friends over the course of a year. Now, what would happen if Joker was limited in his capabilities of doing this because of his fear of women? You know, like half of the Persona fanbase. That's the question we are here to solve today. Can you beat Persona 5 Royal without talking to women? Now, the rules are pretty simple. No female confidants except Sai because story, can't hang out with female characters. If a female character is in the party, you can only guard and aftermove them when possible. This is most relevant when Ann is stuck in the party for the first palace, and some other times later. You can't use showtime attacks that involve female characters, new game, hard difficulty, and try to avoid DLC personas and accessories. So for teammates, what we have is Ryuji, Morgana, Yusuke, and Akechi. And for confidants, we have all of the above: Awai, Sojiro, Mishima, Yoshida, Shinya, Maruki, and Igor. Now that we have that out of the way, this will not be an accurate telling of the story, and spoilers are definitely ahead, so I recommend playing the game first. The run starts how any Persona 5 Royal run starts, with an attempt at escaping a casino. We get rescued by a girl we are never going to talk to again, get caught, beat up, and interrogated. I then choose the hardest difficulty, because the internet said it's harder than Merciless. Name myself the only kind of people I'm going to talk to, and think about what happened for Joker to be so afraid of women.
Long ago, Joker Persona 5 was walking down the street and saw a man who he will absolutely never see again harassing a woman. Joker, being the upstanding guy he is, goes over to help. Unfortunately for him though, he gets arrested for assault, even though the man just fell over. This has unfortunately stopped Joker from ever wanting to talk to a woman ever again.
Back in the present, we go to school with Sojiro and then get lost trying to find the Ginza line. We meet some random blonde guy and end up in a giant castle. Get beat up again, awaken my persona, and meet a stupid cat so we can leave. The next day we go back to the palace to waste my time and help Ryuji awaken his persona. During the final day before the run begins, Ann's friend decides it'd be funny to recreate the Dreamon meme. We get in trouble and have to go into the palace to fight the gym teacher. Now, most of the tutorial hell is over, the run is actually able to begin. Our first big fight is also the first fight with Ann in our party. We are supposed to take advantage of the Toilet Demon's weakness to fire, but we are unfortunately not equipped with fire damage. So I went with no plan and found out he resists electric, wind, physical, and has a wind attack that hits everyone. With this attack he one-shots Ryuji and puts Joker and Morgana at very low health, and then gets to heal himself with a one more. 55. Bro, miss, please.
Joker!
That's so bad.
Joker, you're hurt. Don't get reckless now.
Alright, well, that's a wrap. After losing attempt 1, I've come up with a strategy though. Earlier, when I was trying to get different personas, I acquired a muscle drink and get Morgana to use it on Ryuji during the battle. A muscle drink raises attack and lowers defense, but since Ryuji gets one shot anyway, he just gets a damage buff. The plan was simple. Ryuji shoots the guard captain and dies, while Joker uses Eiha and Morgana heals him. Okay, this is like a one hit, but I don't trust it. This is a guaranteed live if I heal Morgana. So now we're fine. There you go, now we should be okay. Unless I miss here, which should not happen.
Let's go.
Easy dubs. After winning this fight though, we leave the palace and decide we're going to stop Kamoshida. Not because, you know, the abuse or anything, but because otherwise we're going to get expelled. I'm then unfortunately forced into meeting the doctor and, oh why, the gun seller. The next day we head into the palace and find Kamoshida's definitely normal private room full of pictures of a student in the 11th grade. We continue into the church with absolutely no difficulties. I've only had one game over so far, which is pretty good, I'd say. Maybe to this? I think there is this actually, yeah. That's bad. Don't kill No! Aww. And challenge the mini-boss Archangel. This mini-boss has no weaknesses, can charge, and has a medium damage skill that hits everyone in the party. To be honest, I was worried about this fight, and I thought I was gonna have to grind or come up with an elaborate plan. Luckily for me though, My extremely complex plan of lowering attack and defense and attacking with Ryuji and Morgana worked on the first try. Even with lowered defense, I think I can just win. Yeah, don't miss, Ryuji. Come on, man. Woo, first try. After the battle, I continued to collect the first and second will seed. Unfortunately though, the third will seed requires me to do a fight against the Torn King of Desire. Although, the enemy is level 12 and I'm level 6, I got extremely lucky with crits and...
How could they be this strong?
That sucks! I lost. So, I ran it back with no plan, except to hopefully get better luck and some smarter moves, such as lowering its stats, and some other lucky crits. That's bad. Oh my. And I lost again. But on the third time, we went in with a battle strategy. I go in, I use attack up on me, because I don't need to use the attack lower yet until after. Actually, it makes more sense to use the attack up on Ryuji. This final boss is going to be terrible for me though. This is going to be rough. Okay, that's so free. This is literally free. W. After collecting the third will seed, I question if I'm even playing on hard difficulty and continue through the area of demonetization. We encounter swinging sharp objects and steal some eyes. Only after a small amount of problems. Oh, that's not good. That's so bad. Hit. Oh! No. Focus. I'm at 84%. That's so bad. That's... I do not like that. I think this isn't... I think that... We secure a route to the treasure, and now it's time for the boss fight against Kamoshida. Is what you would think if you've never played the game before, because obviously it's time for you to make friends. You know? Friends. That I... After doing that, it is actually boss time. So, the boss Kamoshida has 3,000 health and 3 or 4 phases. The strategy going into it was to test and see if a persona that resisted physical and dealt medium damage would be enough to get through the fight. Imagine if he missed. That'd have been kind of funny. Okay. Unfortunately, it was not. So, I kept trying, improving slowly each time until I realized that this attack right here is going to make the run very difficult for right now. Although, actually, I should probably just kill her.
Probably. Okay. I was gonna say heal, but
I don't think I die from this because
Really?
he can't attack if I kill her. But does this kill?
oh, probably.
No!
I think it's over.
Yeah, I agree. It only did 81? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Alright. I think I look at this strat really quick, and I think I need to level up Morgana. So, I left and needed to grind. Maybe I should have healed.
Anyway, then maybe they are. Maybe they're just really little.
How do I
Wait,
get to...
what the heck?
Oh.
Wait, I've never seen this before. I never knew you could just encounter Kamoshida in the hallway. That's so funny.
Garbage is garbage. I'm gonna go look at underage women.
Persona.
What is he
know
doing?
anything about,
What is he doing?
Why is he standing in front of the women's
so
washroom?
you could-
Where is he going?
I don't know.
Dude, I'm
Is he,
curious.
is he...
Man,
Hey,
Oh,
hold on, no. Now leveled up, a new plan was needed. I developed a loose strategy for each phase, and was now ready to throw myself into a wall until I eventually won. After a few attempts, I finally had a run where it felt like it could work out. Okay, surely he attacks Ryuji or misses again. Unfortunate. After a very close loss, I was motivated to try one last attempt. This was it, my final hope before descending into the depths of madness. Honestly, this fight is free if he keeps attacking Joker or On. It's only difficult if he starts attacking other people. Also, I think I just set myself up for the easiest W of all time just now. Alright, I win the 50-50 here. I did. Not how I thought I would, but I won it. I think it's so funny that I've almost just won by pure damage output. I see my only win condition right now is that I hope he just keeps attacking Joker. Because then I can just spam heal with Morgana and out damage him. It's so stupid. One more hit and it's over. One more. Don't miss, please.
No!
It's actually, oh, this is so bad. It's actually one more and I don't know if I deal enough damage. This is literally fine. I just res Morgana and heal myself again.
Oh,
Alright, never mind. I was so worried for a minute there. It's fine.
Oh, God.
W, let's go. Let's go.
You got it?
I did it.
Let's go.
After we finally conquer the tainted teacher, we watch An miss her shot and leave the collapsing ruins of the castle. Now that we have nothing better to do though, we get to know Sojiro and watch Ryuji get bullied. We play baseball to raise proficiency for reasons I'll elaborate on later, and visit the bathhouses for charm. Kamoshida has his confession, we create the Scared of Women organization, and I become friends with Mishima. We go to Mementos to fight one of the painter Madarame's students and find out that An has a stalker. Instead of helping her out though, I continue to just waste time until our school therapist shows up to hopefully solve my fear of women. We next meet Yusuke and go to Madarame's exhibit to learn more about him. A couple days later, we go to his palace. After the exhibit, we find out that Yusuke desperately wants to become a photographer for An's OnlyFans. We lie to him and say yes, but instead we plan to talk to him about his daddy issues. But, unfortunately, we have to visit Madarame's palace first. When we finally get around to confronting Yusuke, he gets mad and threatens to call the police. So, I do the only logical thing I can think of and force An to become a nude model so we can force him into the metaverse. In the palace, Yusuke finds out Madarame is making NFTs and we end up in a mini-boss. While the mini-boss isn't difficult, my team is unfortunately not the dream roster of Morgana, Joker, Ryuji, and Yusuke, but instead we have An, not Morgana. This means that while I don't have a full party yet, I should after this fight. During this fight though, I do realize I'm extremely underleveled. Oh! I can finally take An off the team though, it's so good. Ah! Now I baton pass to Yusuke, and then I can probably just giant slice this. Oh, insane crit there. Insane crit right there. Let's go, Yusuke, bro. Let's go. W. Look at that. As long as he doesn't... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I missed again. Oh my goodness. That first round was it. If I didn't get one shot. Okay. But even so, after some good luck and a couple attempts, we managed to escape the danger and leave the palace. You love to see it. Bro did not die. Easy. With Yusuke finally in our party, the all-star team is assembled. The only thing left to do is get the will seeds and fight Madarame. I just game over. That's so bad. Okay, don't attack me, please. Miss. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Unfortunate. Honestly, nothing really happened though until I had to fight the third will seed enemy and I started to struggle a lot. Mapsia's bad. Yeah, that's a wipe. Okay. I should have guarded. I should have guarded, miss. Oh, I should have guarded. The plan I came up with was to grind from level 15 to level 18. From here, I would create Shikioji, a persona that nulls physical. This meant that I would not be affected by Flash Bomb, and I would lower the opponent's accuracy and defense while raising my own. To make the fight closer, I gave Yusuke an accessory that gave him access to the weak wind skill Garu, one of the enemy's weaknesses. That's fine. That's bad. That okay, raise defense, that's fine. That's fine. Oh my gosh. That's fine. That's good actually. This is bad no matter who it goes against. That's still it's technical damage. Okay. I just can't get hit with brainwash. Bro. Oh no. Miss?
How could they be this
That's crazy. Bruh. Oh boy. Don't be Mapsio. Ooh. No, we tank it. We tank it. It's literally fine. And it wasn't a hit critical. We're literally fine. We done it. It only killed my entire party. It only, yeah, man, cool. That eventually works. And now it's time for the Madarame boss fight. To prepare for the fight, I got Agi, Bufu, Garu, and Zio skill cards and put them all in my Shikyoji. The plan was simple. I just keep hitting all the different kinds of Madarame and see if it works. I had no struggles. Alright, cool. Well, one struggle. Anyway, the boss fight was really easy. I just had to get a lot of baton passes, and I won eventually after a couple of revival items.
Wait, did you get it? Is it a full train?
Yep. Alrighty, how much damage? What? That didn't even do that much more. Okay, anyway, I think I just win.
I'm not
Cool.
TikTok.
No, not all. I definitely did not hear it. Anyway, that was pretty easy, I think.
That was pretty easy.
After we beat him, he begs for his life, but we don't kill him, because that's kind of mean. He tells us about other people using the metaverse for evil, but we actually just don't care, and look for our next target. In the meantime, I meet Yoshida, try the Big Bang Burger Challenge, and play more baseball. Afterwards, I get stuck doing community service and I'm forced to start Kasumi's social link. Madarame cries on live television while Ryuji Morgana and I go to Kichiyoji for darts. I max out Ryuji's social link and evolve his persona. I play darts with Yusuke and Morgana and we move on with our lives. It's day 6-9 and you know what that means. Goro Akechi's introduction. He says his funny line, which is only a bit suspicious, and we go on roller coasters. The group finally realizes Makoto has been stalking us for like 2 weeks because she takes a picture of us and Yusuke moves into LeBlanc for a day. A week later, Makoto finds out we are the Phantom Thieves because Ryuji cannot learn how to be quiet for more than 3 seconds. Later that night, we hang out with Akechi and get told we need to take down a mafia boss. After flailing around and trying to get intel for about 50 minutes, we finally make some progress because I am forced into a bar with an alcoholic lady. We watch Makoto get kidnapped and taken to the boss. We obviously interrupt, and now we're going to be extorted for money if we can't change his heart. So we do the most logical thing imaginable and walk into his palace that has surrounded us by his security guards. After Makoto's awakening, we easily defeat the enemies and make our escape. Time for our actual infiltration of the palace. After buying gear and healing items, we head in and are forced to use a Showtime attack with Ana Morgana in the tutorial. We speed through the palace, dying only once. Uh-oh. Well, unfortunate. And now it's time to fight the boss, and would you look at that, it's already over. He whines about his life, and we escape the palace. It's the same formula now at this point, let's be honest. While we wait for him to turn himself in, I hang out with Yusuke and Akechi. Next, I head into Mementos to take on 5 requests, and proceed to start a Why the Gunseller social link. Kaneshiro finally turns himself in, Akechi gets angry off screen. I follow this up with going to my favorite place in the game with Akechi. I get interrogated by Sai in the future once again. She gaslights herself into thinking that maybe I'm a nice person, and she forces a social link upon me. The group plans to go to a festival while a little gremlin girl listens through our walls. After exams, I'm dragged to the outdoors on a scorching hot day and meet Kasumi outside of a building I will absolutely never see again. We get rained out during the festival and go home to find out Medjed is trying to 1v1 us. I get a message from an FBI agent and we get left on red multiple times in a row. To solve our problems, we sneak into Sojiro's house and interrogate Futaba until we get into her palace. She does the classic internet troll maneuver and forces us to run away screaming for our lives. The next day we go to infiltrate the palace and unlock the entirety of this 15-year-old girl's trauma since the palace was a breeze. Oh, it's not time for the boss. We do the easy part with no problem, and it's time for phase 2. For such an easy palace, the difficulty spike in this fight was kind of rough. For the second phase, we have to do it without any help from Futaba except our first reflect, which we can't stop. To do this, we have to agree with Wakaba, and Futaba will fail. I had to come up with multiple plans on the fly, and I genuinely don't know if my post-commentary can do these attempts justice, so I'll just show you the footage. You know what? We're gonna just hit no, and we're just gonna see how much damage my gun does really quick. Oh yeah, we do ridiculous damage actually. That's not true. I think what I'm supposed to do is say get those ones wrong so Futaba doesn't help. So I'm gonna just give this one a test and then we might have to try again, I'm gonna be honest. Which might make it much more difficult. I'm just gonna let this L happen, dude. That did. I'm just Ryuji live. Okay. Do I have reflecting? Because if I have reflecting things, that's so toxic. It actually doesn't look like it. Alright, watch this. I'm gonna use to raise everyone's attack for 3 turns right here. And we're just gonna unload. And we're gonna deal so much damage. 500. 500. 8, almost 900 damage. Idiot. Bam, 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 bam. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is a hard fight. I think I just threw it at the beginning. Morgana's gone, Ryuji's gone. Not Ryuji, Yusuke's gone. That's okay. This is fine. I live this. Barely. I don't even have to do double shot, so I might as well just res. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let's destroy Yusuke then. It kind of sucks that he doesn't have his defense up now. But man, it be like that sometimes. Let's hit him with that defense up, because clearly it wasn't enough last time. You know what? You know what my plan actually is? Just making sure I don't die. This might actually kill me. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I do have attack lowering stuff, and I don't... Ooh, that's really bad. That's an L. I somehow lived, but that one more, that's an L. Yeah. I think I have an idea. There's 2 plans I've got here, both of which are gonna be ridiculous damage. So this is like the ultimate, like, what is bro cooking? But trust me, Yusuke is just gonna absolutely eat it. Raises attack, lowers defense. Perfect. I don't want the defense buff, so I'm actually just gonna give an attack buff to everyone with an item. This is where we cook. 700. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was gonna do. Okay, I see what I should do for optimality then. That did a lot though. Okay, now Yusuke's got to be a bit careful. It's essentially just Yusuke's job here to die. If I'm being real, that's all he's really here for. I think I tank it, and I think Morgana could tank it. Hell, Yusuke, bro, he's not catching a single break. We ball. I tank all these hits right here. I do not tank these hits anymore. Okay, maybe. I think not hits and I just die. You know what, man? That's crazy. I lose here unless it misses. It's not gonna miss. You know what? This is on me. Let's hope he doesn't die to this one. You know what? Oh! Oh! Oh, I didn't... Oh. I'm so close to the finish line, where I just need some good attack luck here. Like, I need just one of my party members to not die, and I think I'm okay. Okay. It's possible. Okay, this is the run. This is the one right here. I just need Morgana to not die, and I need my main character to not die. W. Bad for Morgana here. Oh, okay. Ryuji, one move needs to dodge. One move. He fumbled. Most of the pressure's on Yusuke right now, actually. Okay. This means Morgana can live, and it means I can live. Misses. Okay, good. Bad for the dizzy though. Okay. They need to miss though. That's the problem here. They need to miss. You know what? You know what? You know what? We're just gonna ball. We're just gonna ball. I've thrown. Wait! Oh! 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 Yes! We've done it! Oh, we've done it. L. Oh. Now that we've beaten the wings off Futaba's mother, we have to wait 3 weeks for Futaba to wake up. In the meantime, I max out Yusuke's confidant and evolve his persona. I watch every movie possible and max out Yoshida's confidant as well. Futaba wakes up and solves all of our problems with internet hackers, so we solve all of our problems in real life. We go to the beach, Yusuke holds his lobsters, and Ryuji hits on women unsuccessfully. A week later I bathe with Akechi and prepare for the trip to Hawaii. I am annoyed constantly by Mishima and hang out with the boys, and we fly back on 9/11. The principal causes a car accident because of the reflection of the light coming off his head. Morgana abandons us and loses off screen. Because we are missing our annoying little furball, we are now sad. Meanwhile, he's with Haru infiltrating Okumara's palace. We go into Okumara's palace and Akechi watches us but doesn't do anything about it yet. It's time for our first entrance to the palace, but I'm missing a party member. We discover that because of my Big Bang Burger addiction, I'm single-handedly funding an entire mega corporation sweatshop. We encounter a door that we can't get through and get ambushed by a beauty thief and Morgana. We all have to leave because there are simply too many enemies. We investigate Morgana's new friend and discover that she's the daughter of Okumara. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong when we change her father's heart though. We enter Mementos to confront them both and end up chasing them. Morgana, being the unintelligent little creature he is though, crashes and gets kicked by Haru's fiance. We apologize and join together as a team. We infiltrate the palace and easily destroy Haru's fiance. I pull up a guide and we speedrun the entire palace because it's just miserable after the first time playing it. We have our only death. Oh. And now it's time for the infamous most difficult boss fight. Finally, man. That was so dramatic.
Just stand there.
That was so dramatic just for me to die anyway, dude. So, maybe it was a bit difficult, but I was just missing a few pieces of the puzzle. I better not lose here. If I lose here, I'm just gonna be mad. Oh my gosh. I went and grinded for Red Rider, a persona with Mapsio, since it was the lowest level persona that starts with a Psychokinesis or Curse skill that does medium damage and hits multiple enemies. But after that, something unfortunate happened. This one is so funny. Oh! What? So, I did have to find a way past that. Luckily for me though, on my second attempt it missed everyone on my team but Ryuji. Or is it messed up because it's dizzy? It does not mess up because it's dizzy. I think probably just wrecks me. Oh! Insane! After that, the fight was easy, and we were able to win with no problems. El Bozo. After we knocked him, Akechi came in for the finish, and we wait for his I mean change of heart. While we wait, I max out Maruki's social link. Kasumi demands I give her back something she dropped, and meets me in the metaverse by accident. Kasumi meets her twin sister, and we come in and watch. Kasumi awakens her persona, and now we have to do a fight. Even without Kasumi though, this fight is no problem. We unfortunately have to reveal that we are the Phantom Thieves, and we go home and sleep. This is where I realized that I couldn't actually start Shinya's social link because it requires me to talk to Futaba to start it. This also means I couldn't beat the winners don't cheat request to Mementos, but that really doesn't matter. I max out a Y social link and work on my kindness to rank up Sojiro some more. The group plants vegetables, and we head off to knock off Disneyland and watch a live death on television. We find out our principal's death is getting blamed on us, and everything is a panic. Our school has a vote for a speaker, and the school votes for Akechi. He meets up with us and tells us about his plan to take Nijuma's heart. Sojiro finds Futaba's calling card, I watch Kasumi dance, and now it's time to head into Sai's palace, but this time with Akechi in the party. In the palace, we encounter a wall and are required to visit her in the real-life courtroom. The palace overall wasn't too difficult, and I mostly died because I wasn't paying proper attention. Am I okay? I'm not okay. We prepare to send the calling card, but Akechi tells us to wait. Instead, we buy armor and hang out with him. Our second hangout, and he wants to fight. This would not at all be foreshadowing for any future events. I win and max out my social stats, so the only logical thing for me to do when I can't rank up Sojiro is go to the gym. I go to Mementos and max out Mishima's social link. This is when I found out I can't finish Sojiro's social link because it requires me to talk to Futaba and fight her uncle. Kasumi forces me to share lunch with her, and now it's time to send the calling card. After beat the extended cutscene that is the boss's first phase, we now have to fight the edgiest looking enemy in the game. Not gonna lie, this part was really anticlimactic even though it was close. W. This is it, right? There's no way this is not the end. Oh my gosh. Who was it with? W. Let's go. After beating Sai, we realize we are back at the beginning of the game. This same stuff happens, you get the idea. After interrogation with Sai, I watch Akechi kill a man and then proceed to shoot me in the head. Everyone is sad. But that's when we find out all along it was a ruse. Sai rescues me and returns me home safely. We decided we were going to take down Shido because he got me arrested and his son just tried to end my life. We find out the palace is the ship and now it's time for the infiltration. We need 5 signs of approval before we can reach Shido. For the first approval letter, we have a meal. The fight wasn't really a problem though. Alright, cool. Easy W. And for the second approval letter, we send all the girls in swimsuits to try and persuade him, but he fights us anyway. Logically, we beat him up. W. Skip. Easy again. Now, we're at the third letter, and this one might be the easiest one yet, to be honest. There you go. W.
Not bad, Mona. There's that 4.
Akechi realizes something is up, and now it's time for the fourth letter. I got lost trying to find it for longer than I'd like to admit. This is fitting, however, because we get to his door by pretending to be Uber Eats. Easy W. That fight was also no problem, so we run towards the fifth and final letter. We make the guy a tattoo, but he decides he would still rather fight us. I never threw this fight on last turn. Oh no. We good? I'm fine. Yeah. That's true, there's a lot of wells. I'm fine. Alright, we're good. After we win, we try and leave, but there's a mysterious figure lurking. Goro Akechi! He stops us and gives us some anime protagonist speech, and we begin our fight. There you go. I did it. First try. Although it wasn't very difficult, we beat him up and reaches rank 10 right before he reaches his coffin. I send a calling card to an Uncle Ian knockoff, and now the most stressful fight of my life begins. The fight against Shido has 4 phases, but one of them is significantly more difficult than the rest. This is a common theme for Persona 5 bosses though. I didn't really plan, so I got very lucky with what personas I had at my disposal. I needed one to block all the first 4 types of damage: ice, electric, wind, and fire. Luckily for me though, I managed to have all of them. If I lost this boss fight, I would have lost at least an hour of gameplay. For the final phase of the boss fight, Shido makes it a 1v1 and has a couple moves at his disposal. He alternates between the strongest skill of the first 4 types of damage, going in the order of fire, ice, electricity, and wind. While in between those attacks, he either uses Heat Riser or Tyrant's Judgment. Please. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. I can't wait to check the time of that boss fight. Okay. After a week of becoming an alcoholic monk, Shido confesses his crimes, but it doesn't really seem like anyone cares. I have to do exams 6 days before Christmas. I max out Morgana's social link, but because of the public's reaction, we decide it's time to blow up the metaverse. We reach the depths of mementos, and it's time to solve some puzzles. We meet all the criminals we sent to the underworld and solve even more puzzles. We make it to the lowest level, and it's time to take the treasure of this palace. We find out society doesn't want to let us defeat the Holy Grail, so logically, we try even harder. But it turned on its RGB gamer lights, and we get obliterated. Suddenly, there are bones everywhere, and it's raining blood. And all my teammates start dying one by one.
Disappear my ass! What the hell? Is this really it?
Morgana, where did we go wrong? Is this all my fault? Because I brought you all there? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. The missions...
Back in the Velvet Room now, I'm sentenced to execution, but I decide to fight the twins instead. They realize their true purpose and I fuse them back together. Igor turns out to be fake and tries to trick me into signing an NDA that I won't tell anyone what happened. Instead, I get the Phantom Thieves back together and plan to eliminate everything he has ever cared for. The mini-bosses weren't too difficult, even though I died this time.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
It's time for the final boss against the Holy Grail. After an attempt, I realize it's going to be much harder than initially planned. I decide to leave and grind until I reach level 75. On this attempt, I had some close calls with a singular Morgana death. After you beat the cup, we have to actually fight the boss, Yadabao. I like this boss fight, and at least one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire game.
Take it down, Phantom Thieves!
Followed up with another one of my favorite cutscenes. We eliminate the fake out of control, and Mementos fades away from the real world. The rest of the Phantom Thieves leave, and I get interrupted by Sai telling me to turn myself in, but that's when Goro Akechi shows up and decides he will do it instead. I hang out with Sojiro for Christmas Eve, and the gang shows up for Christmas, but let's be honest, it's time for the final palace, not all these trivial little activities. It's New Year's Eve now, and we are celebrating, and we agree to hang out for New Year's. I wake up in a weird version of my school, in a prison uniform. I end up chasing a butterfly until I reach the exit. Before I meet up with Kasumi, I'm jump scared by some sort of abomination I don't know how to address. Futaba walks in with her mom, and I think I'm missing out some sort of context for what's going on. I finally meet with Kasumi, and now it's shrine time. Everything seems to be off, Akechi shows up, and now it's time to solve this whole mess. We meet up with Kasumi and Odaiba, and we go into the palace. This is a part where I can't take Kasumi off my team, so she just has to guard from now on. We reach a mini-boss, and it's a bit harder than expected.
Uh-oh. That's fun.
We find out Kasumi's backstory and that Maruki's the palace ruler. I deny Maruki's reality, so it's time for us to fight. I leave the palace for the day, and now it's time for me to convince all my teammates to deny Maruki's reality as well. After a week, we infiltrate, and it's time to fight Sumi. I win, and now Maruki takes control of her, and it's time to fight her persona. Just as we are about to lose the fight, all the Phantom Thieves show up, and now it's time for phase 2. Luckily, we have a full party now. The battle isn't too difficult, and we go into the palace the next day. After a full exploration of the palace, we are forced out, and I get Yusuke's max rank persona. We explore mementos so we can progress in the palace, we continue to go through the palace. I die once in the middle, and have a slight complication with the final mini-boss.
Ooh. Alright.
I now have to waste like 20 in-game days until the boss fight. But in that time I get Ryuji's max persona, get close to maxing out my SP, give Akechi a move that has the recoil of physical attacks, and gives Morgana the same but for SP. I get an extreme amount of coffee, and it's time for the Day of Fates. We talk to Maruki, get Akechi's third form persona, and the boss fight awaits us. This boss has to quite possibly be the most stressful boss fight in the game. This is because if I lose, an hour of progress is left behind. My strategy for this fight is to knock out all the tendrils and baton pass until I can hit for insane damage. This is the strategy for phase 1 and 2, but phase 2 is much more difficult. In phase 2, I also have to use an item that reflects magic damage on Akechi so he doesn't let Maruki get a 1 more using his Eternal Light attack. This took me over an hour for 2 attempts, and man, it was rough.
No!
Gran.
Hey, Joker! Joker! You have to wake up!
So, does this kill all of them? That's kind of huge. So what I gotta do here? Okay, I got it. Akechi can lose here if I can get this entire thing off. That's fine, essentially. Because what I need to do now is I just need the SP for like for pretty much all my characters. I need SP right now, including my main character. And if SP carries over, that's good. But if it doesn't, that sucks. Whatever. I have another one. I'm pretty sure I have other items that restore all SP as well. So I'm gonna check really quick. It might be somewhere in here. I'm not sure if that's actually a real thing or if I lied. I might have just lied about having the item. Oh, here's one that revives them all at full HP. That's at least something. Whatever. I think this is important. I didn't need to use a stupid what item I just used there though.
Nice time.
Okay. Or I have a different idea actually. Please kill. If this kills, it goes great. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now I just pass to me. And now I use this. How much damage? Enough? Oh, that's so close. You know what that means though? It means it should be close enough. Huh? Have we done it? Are we on phase 3? Please.
Finally, his persona can't act anymore.
Oh.
Now's your
Oh, it didn't literally mean now's your shot. Oh, it did. Oh. The third phase is a breeze. L. L. Akechi's damage output's actually terrifying. That I really just did half of his health, huh? That's awesome. That's so cool, dude. We've done it, maybe? Have we done it? Then the fourth phase is scripted.
Checkmate. I gave up everything! Everything! So why? Why, Rumi? A reality where no one suffers. I'm done. I get it now. All thanks to you.